Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new, welcome. Grab a seat. Stay a while. But hey, do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. If you're one of the over 700 regulars here, welcome back for another round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment, because YouTube does love those comments. And of course, share this video out on all social media. Speaking of social media, Instagram and X, links are down below in the description. Again, also, check out the link to that Joker voice merch store. Exclusive. Wednesday night is overbooked merch. It's cool stuff, I'm just saying. And wow, busy weekend for the WWE. You had Saturday night's main event on Saturday, NXT Battleground on Sunday, both running from the same building in Tampa, Florida. So, what stories, if any, are going to be going forward for both the main roster and NXT? Also, in just a few weeks, Money in the Bank from Los Angeles. And on this past SmackDown, we got some more information on who's going to be in these ladder matches on both the men's and the women's side. And we also got a bit of a surprise.
Well, come on, tell me more.
So, SmackDown from Savannah, Georgia, in front of a crowd that was, for the most part, unenthusiastic, kind of setting a tone for the overall show. Just saying. Now, the show kicked off with a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match with Women's United States champions Zelina Vega facing off with Charlotte Flair and NXT call-up Julia in her SmackDown debut match. Now, we discussed this on Wednesday Night is Overbooked as we predicted Julia gets the win, and the field is now from SmackDown. Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez over from Raw, and now Julia. Over on the men's side, LA Knight won his qualifying match between Aleister Black and Shinsuke Nakamura, and now he is added to a field of now just two between him and Solo Sikoa going into Money in the Bank. Raw begins their qualifying matches on tonight's show. Now, also this past Friday on SmackDown, we were announced matches for this week, as SmackDown will finish out their half of Money in the Bank with a women's match featuring Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, and Naomi, and in what should be a low-key banger match, Andrade, the United States champion Jacob Fatu, and Carmelo Hayes. Now, we come to the main event. We had a tag team title match between the Street Profits and Fraxium. Out comes DIY with Candice LeRae to interfere. Motor City Machine Guns come in to intercept them. Chaos is going throughout the ring. They're just about to hit their finishing move. Montez Ford's up on the ropes and the lights go out. Then you get the sound. The crowd popped now. Now the crowd is into it. As the lights come up, and on what would have been Bray Wyatt's 38th birthday, the Wyatt Six are back in the ring. They take out everybody. I mean, everybody. It ends with Uncle Howdy giving the kiss to Johnny Gargano, hitting the sister Abigail. As they pose in the ring, lights go down again. Shattered is playing. They bring out birthday cake with one candle. And to celebrate his brother's birthday, Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy in this pose. My life for you blows out the candle. Smackdown goes off the air.
Perfection.
Oh, that brings us to Saturday night's main event. Oh, by the way, on SmackDown, it was announced that a fifth match would be added to the card, and that is for the Women's United States Championship with the champion Zelina Vega defending against the former champion Chelsea Green. And in a very thrown together, at times very sloppy, and very predictable outcome, Zelina Vega retains the Women's U.S. Championship. Also, in no surprise, John Cena defeats R-Truth in a non-title mugging. And Damian Priest defeats Drew McIntyre in a steel cage match in the most unexciting way possible. Not by pinfall, not by escaping the cage, not by a submission. No, by simply walking out.
You can't be serious.
Now, despite this mountain of meh, there were some things worthy of note here. Now, we did get the return of the former WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes, who helped Jey Uso retain his World Heavyweight Championship against Logan Paul, setting up a match at Money in the Bank in 2 weeks. And I hope it's not what the WWE has planned, because we'll be talking about that Wednesday night is overbooked. Be damn sure about that. But the highlight of the show actually came in the opening match, as the nagging question of who's the third man for Seth Rollins' new heel faction. Well, in an emphatic statement, that question was answered as the heel stood tall with the newest member, Big Bronson Reed.
That's truly terrifying.
And now that brings us to Battleground to close out the weekend, which, not gonna lie, NXT Battleground was a much better show than Saturday night's main event. Just saying. Now, the show kicked off with Sol Ruka retaining her Women's North American Championship in the opening match versus Kalani Jordan, in a match that was a little chippy to start with, but ended with an amazing top rope soul snatcher for the win.
Holy shit!
In a surprise move, the NXT Women's Championship was not the main event. No matter, because this match was absolutely awesome between Jordan Grace and Stephanie Parker. You had power of Jordan versus the technique of Stephanie. And I'm not going to lie, I legit thought a few times Jordan was going over in this match. But Stephanie, in the end, hits her corkscrew moonsault called the Spiral Tap, and is still the NXT Women's Champion.
So beautiful.
Now, what followed was another banger between Miles Bourne challenging NXT champion Obafemi. Miles Bourne may be a champion in life, but that wasn't enough, as after two Fall from Grace power slams, the ruler, Obafemi, reigns supreme as NXT champion.
It's so badass.
So, with the TNA world title being defended in the main event, was kind of a giveaway as to the outcome of the show. As in, what in my mind is still a surprise creative move, Joe Hendry takes the pin, and Trick Williams is the new TNA World Champion.
I did not see that coming.
So certainly a lot to talk about. As you know the time, 6 p.m. Pacific, you know the place, right here on this channel. Me and the guys talking about this stuff and a whole lot more. Talking about Wednesday night is overbooked. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. I'll see you folks all very soon. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Until next time,